All right, what is good, everybody? We're gonna get live and get right to it. We're gonna get into these. Already have a pen and paper handy. Definitely grab something around you to write things down with, because writing things down will help you retain that information. And so, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna just break the news down first and foremost. It's always the first thing that I like to go and look at. Just go and see if there's any news coming out. Forexfactory.com/calendar. Go up here, change your time frame if you haven't already changed it, and then you guys can change it to just red folders and gray folders. Gray folders are the bank holidays. Red folders are everything that's important. So today is Monday. Just make sure March 18th, and it is actually not 8:30. It is 9:41 my time. So looks like some AUD news might have hit. Actually, that's PM. So tonight, that's going to be the next thing coming out. So that's actually PM. So yeah, it looks like we're pretty clear for tonight. You guys are trading the Australian session tonight. Definitely pay attention to this monetary policy and these meeting minutes. I'm going to go over to the scanner, just pull that up, and I'm also going to pull up my charts. Pulling up the charts on Forex Factor, or actually, hold on, Trading View. And we're going to go to the charts. All right, so first things first, we're going to go over to the hour and daily scans. We're going to go and check out some of these scans. I do believe someone on the team actually called this morning for this sell. But I don't believe that's even a valid scan. Hold on. Yeah, that's only about 40 pips, so it's not really anything major. But I do believe there's plenty of previous scans back here, so I'm not sure where people are in on that. I'm just gonna go to the next pair. This is about 50 pips, so I'm looking for some big scans. Here we go. That looks pretty interesting. So I'm going to go over to, let's pairs this AD NZD, and we're going to go over to the hour chart. This is actually a 4-hour scan from a while ago. So let me just clean some of this stuff up, guys. All right, that's a lot cleaner. Go back to the scanner and let's look and see exactly what portions this is pulling out. So it's actually this portion here. And of course, we can zoom in here to make this a little bit bigger. And let's actually just make this a different color as well. Just because it's an hour skin, I like to use green for the hour. Just kind of keeps this all coordinated. And that looks about right. All right. So then the second part would be to copy over. So that's the first part is copying over. The second part is connecting the dots. I do kind of like this, but it's so short from C to D. All right, let me try something else. It's pretty close, but I don't think I'm going to take that setup. This being so short, it is going with the trend. Let's go out to like the daily chart here. Oh my god, that wick though. I really would almost wait until that area. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to see it come up to this level. Maybe even stall out and hit this trend line on the daily too. All right, I'm gonna leave this here, and I'm actually going to change this. Hello, and I'm gonna add an alert on the daily. I'm just gonna keep going through the scans. We're on AD entity, so GBP USD. Also, someone on our team last night shorted this, so congratulations to them. Killing it on these trades. The team is crushing London session. Sorry, guys. Looking at some different possibilities for this pair. This actually did make it down to the 618, which is this quarter theory level right here. And I'm actually quite shocked that we didn't get to see a shallow retracement. But let me go, and this could be that, right? And it's at the 618. Man. Man, oh man. All right, let me look at one more thing here. Sometimes TradingView likes to take us off point here. Oops. Sometimes when you're going down to the pip or trying to go down to the pip, this stuff actually matters. Even though it seems kind of ridiculous. All right. But sometimes to the pip, that paints a different story. Hmm. It is kind of like right in the middle of a channel too, meaning like this right here. Could see this break. I'll actually set this as an alert. We'll see what it does. So that's kind of my suggestion on that. I would see what that does. And this is all the way down the minute chart. So I'd like to actually see it break out of this little channel here. So if it did one of these, break a retest. Which very well looks like it could happen. Or come out of this way as well. And we might even get this down here to line up. We'll see what happens when that actually comes to that. Yeah, so I'm not actually seeing any other pairs that I want to look at really. Euro GBP. And that's kind of going. Oh, this is actually the minute chart. Let's go out to the hour. All right, so I do believe it's this here, and we'll have to go back and check it out one more time. Mm, All right, so let's go back over to NZD CAD. Yeah, so this is looking pretty nice. Let me all right, so let's go. This is actually looking pretty good. Let me go to short position. 10 pip stop right at this last high. See what this is. So this is 1 to 1, 1 to 2. It didn't quite actually break through. Huh, interesting. So it did. It came down and tapped this, but it didn't quite break through. Let's see here. 15 minute. Let's get rid of those two as well. I like to see this candlestick finish. break through. But what I'm going to do while we wait for this pair to do that, I'm actually going to go through the rest of these pairs that I have. I have a bunch of pairs marked up on this list, and I do want to roll through these real quick so that we can finish off possibly with a trade on this if it does break out. And then I'd be hoping for something like this to happen. That's kind of what I'm planning. It is on this uptrend though, but from this move from C to D, this actually broke and retested on the 618, right? Um, and then having this go back up, we could see that this is a shallow retracement of this move. So this is the actual turnaround of this pair. Like overall, from time frame to time frame, that's kind of what I'm looking at. Like this would be ideal, especially where we're up at the 618. If it does start to break up into these levels, we could see it just making a lower low and then a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and that would be ideal. But like I said, if it does break up in here, then this is kind of the turning point where it gets up past these last highs, it makes higher highs, it makes higher lows, higher highs, then we're on an uptrend. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wait this out just a few minutes to see what happens. I like that it's under the hull. If this flips red and then we get this to close out under here, that would be pretty nice. Here, so let me actually move out to the hour chart as well. So I'm just going to extend these out, and then I'm actually going to put an alert here as well. Just because I'd like to see this come down a little bit and then maybe go for the buy. It came down to the 2618, which is like extremely like a deep retracement, but let me go to the hour chart here. So as you can see, it's come down quite a way from this last leg. So we'll leave this alert here. Screen it out a little bit. We'll see what it does from there. Dang, that's some respect off of this fork. Look at that. Touch, 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 touch. Oh man. This is a great trade from last week. Came straight down to the 38 retracement, then rejected right off of it. Hmm. Yeah, dang. That move was right here. This came off a 4-hour scan from, I don't know, maybe weeks ago. It's crazy how these stay around. It still amazes me to this day how perfect, like to the pip, these moves really are. Uh, that is a lot of consolidation. God dang, that is a lot of consolidation. Like, you do not want to be trapped up in that. That looks terrible. You guys can trade channels, but man, that is a lot of tight consolidation. All right, so which actually big moves come out of consolidation too. So definitely not something to play around with. Like if this does break and retest, that would be nice. But with this much consolidation around this level, probably going to stay away from that as well for a little while. And it's Euro JPY too, so it'll probably play out maybe tonight. We're on the 1 minute as well, so So that looks like we got to the end of my pairs, and I think that's going to conclude the session today. What I'm going to do for you guys, though, is I'm actually going to publish some ideas and write some notes on the pairs that we went over, and then I'm going to post them in the chats that you guys are all in. So with that being said, guys, have a wonderful morning or night wherever you guys are from, and I hope to see you all at the top because the bottom is way too crowded.